Good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Philip and you are watching my channel. I don't really have a good name for it yet. I'm probably going to change it at some point. Right now it's just my name, Philip Fisher, but I'm probably going to change it. I kind of like this idea of doing these steering wheel chats, and so I'm thinking I might try to come up with a clever name for the channel that has to do with like a driver or like a rider chat. I don't know, something. So here's what I want to talk to you about today. Having a goal. Mainly this channel focuses on two things. And again, I want to get a third idea to maybe start talking about. If you guys could give me some good ideas, I'd really be open to listening to what you've got to say. So please, I'm all ears. Give me some suggestions here. So I've got two things that I'm focusing on mostly on this channel, and mostly it's been about the finances, but also I want to be about cars. This weekend, if I get some time, I'm going to try to do a little bit of a review on my car and kind of tell you a little bit about it, why I like it, and the good uses for it. So anyway, on to the point today, which is to be talking about a goal. We spent a lot of time talking about building your wealth, creating more wealth for yourself, creating extra incomes. But why? Why are you going to do all of this? We've got to have a motivator, a common goal. Now, I'll tell you mine, but I want to give you a couple caveats first. Okay? And this is going to probably apply to most people. I want to be wealthy for these caveat reasons. One, I want to make sure that I have a healthy and good living situation equal to what I'm living now. I'm not living a great life of luxury, but I'm happy. I'm in a comfortable apartment. I'd like to get a house eventually, but you get the idea. I've got a family that's healthy. My wife is healthy. She's, we're alive and well. Another thing, we have steady jobs and we're comfortable. We can eat every day. We have a place to stay. All of our basic needs and a little more are met. So just for the idea here, the basic comforts of life, that's kind of a caveat. Also being debt free, but again, that's kind of a caveat. If you have wealth, that's hopefully going to be one of your goals there. So here's why I would like to build my own personal wealth. And it's really for just one reason, apart from all of the caveats that you could think of that imply just being comfortable. I don't need to have a big house. I don't need to go on vacation every week. It's simply one thing. And I'm sure you've already guessed it, it's cars. Cars are my love, my passion. I started loving cars from an early age, and it's just never stopped from there. It's just continued to grow. And so that's kind of how I want to continue on with it. When I can eventually build some wealth, which hopefully I'm in the process of doing, I would like to add some cars to my garage. I want to have a garage to be able to store my cars in, and I want to be able to have several cars to be able to drive. I don't want to have to get up in the morning, and while I love my Honda, she's been great, I would like to have more than one choice of what I can drive every day when I go to work, or when I want to have some leisure time, just go for a drive or go to a car show. I'd like to have more than one option. And so that's what my motivation for wealth is. We'd like to have some nicer things down the road, and we will travel and we'll take nice trips, but really it's cars. And so here's kind of what I'm hoping to be able to do. In the next 10 years, I plan on making my first big car purchase. So when this car dies, I'll probably buy just like a little Honda, just to kind of keep me rolling and keep me into something that will, although it'll depreciate, I won't be losing much money on it. It'll just kind of get me from point A to point B. But in about 10 or 11 years, I do intend on buying myself, as long as they're still in production, I'd like to get an F-150 Raptor, a brand new one. And of course with that, really I don't care so much to do all the off-roading, but I really have fallen in love with the look and honestly how they drive. They're so comfortable. When I worked at the Ford dealership, we had the opportunity to or I had the opportunity to drive 3 or 4 different Raptors. I drove the first generation Raptor, and I've driven several second generation Raptors. So it's something I'm comfortable with, and it's something that I like. And of course, down the road, I do intend on upgrading my vehicles. The Raptor I'll probably keep for a while. That'll probably be a lifelong vehicle. I do love trucks. I have a soft spot for trucks. So I'll probably have a Raptor, and when that goes down, I'll probably buy myself another one. But I'd like to get a Porsche at one point or another. Of course, they say you're not a petrol head unless you've had an Alfa Romeo. So who knows? I may get one of those down the road too. I wouldn't mind. I would contemplate the idea of getting a Corvette for myself down the road as well. And I don't know what else I would get. I know eventually there'll be a Ferrari in the mix. That'll probably be a lot longer down the road. So I'm not in a huge hurry about that one, but definitely at some point in time want to get a Ferrari. So those are my main upfront goals. Those are the different types of vehicles that I'd be very interested in purchasing. But you know, that's just a start. And down the road, of course, I do want to have multiple cars in my fleet. But we'll just see how that goes. But you know, really it all comes down to that one goal. So for me, it's cars. And you know, this channel is going to be centered around financing cars. So hopefully a lot of the people that are going to be watching this are also like-minded and are going to have that desire to maybe want to drive sports cars and to you know, learn how to handle wealth and handle it wisely so that you too can do the same thing. But here's what it all boils down to, and it really is boiled down to one simple truth. You got to have a motivation. For me, it's cars. The way I satisfy my motivation is every time I get the chance, I go to a nice car dealership. I go look at some cars. I go sit in cars. And you know, I don't get to drive the cars. They're kind of out of my price range. I can't afford them yet. But whenever I see these cars and sit in those cars, it gets that little bit of revitalizing that I need. Like, hey, work hard and you can get there someday. That's all it is. Find a motivation, find a goal, find what gets you driven, find what motivates you, and go after it. So that's all for today. My motivation's cars, and of course the general comforts of life, but mostly cars. And you know, you've got to find that way to work for it. And that's really all I want to focus on today. As always, thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next drive.